Well, good afternoon, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. Hey, can you believe it? 2 videos in 1 week. Wow. So I'm on a roll. Just want to get on here just a second, guys, to let you know some information that I got yesterday. Actually, today's Wednesday. It actually came in Monday, but got finalized yesterday. Here's the breaking news. Bass Piper starts Monday back at the Cigar Lounge. Can you believe that? I'm back at the cigar store slash lounge, and or I could say cigar slash pipe slash lounge. So I got a call from the store manager on Monday evening about 5:30 or so. I think I'd just made my video on the West Tampa Circle of Life and saying bye to Lady Fire, and got the call, and they held to their word. How about that? They said sometime about March, April, and here it is, March. And so I didn't have to follow up. I was going to follow up the end of the month, first part of April, but I got a call Monday, and they've got a spot opening up with some other things, it looks like, within the company that might be in the future. And so here we go. We're going to repunt the football at the Cigar Lounge. And so I'm kind of excited about that, and glad that opened back up for me. And so I had, here again, I had, the way things work out, I had a job interview, part-time job interview, Monday afternoon that I had put in about a month and a half ago, and not knowing if, I'd hear back from the Cigar Lounge or when I would hear back from the Cigar Lounge. So I knew spring was coming on, and usually people start popping, especially for part-time jobs, retail jobs, hardware store jobs, or, whatever, grocery jobs, something. And so I had a job interview, and they were looking at bringing me on. But I just had to send a text out to that job offer, letting them know that I would not be pursuing that, and that I didn't tell them, I'm pursuing another job offer. So I'm excited about that I'll be going back to the lounge and repunting the football, as I say, and starting back my training out there. And so just wanted to share that with you. I know there were some people was asking about how things were going at the lounge, and I'd only worked that one day. And I said, I think I said something to the fact I think my career had been short-lived. I had one big day there, and then got tied up with this other job that was supposed to have been working out, and it didn't. And so now we're back square one where we started. And so hopefully everything's going to work out fine now that we're back on track. And so just wanted to share that with you. I just got back from my mother-in-law's, helping her with some stuff, and she wanted me to clean her patio, and with some of this cleaner and stuff she had. And man, now it has some Clorox mix in it. I don't know if any of y'all have ever used this 30-second wash stuff that you hook to a nozzle, and it just kind of cleans your furniture and all this kind of stuff. But man, out there outside with the stuff, it's acting up my allergies again with my eyes. I had to go take drops before I started this video because, man, my eyes were just burning. So I'd be wiping my eyes all through the video. But not having anything today, just sitting back in the cigar lounge for a few minutes. And I got church tonight, so I'm going to look over my message here in just a few minutes and get all that ready, and already got it written and done. Just got to get it in my mind how I'm going to present it. And so yeah, guys, we got some good news. That was something good with all the bad news and deaths and stuff we've been having here lately. It was good to get some good news. And so store manager is a fantastic young man, and the owner is a young man too. I'm old enough to be their father. So, I think one's about 29 and one's about 31 that owns the company. And so, so to me, yeah, they're young guys. And so I can remember, though, back when I was their age. But anyway, they're fantastic young men to work with. So far, everything's been going well. They've been very gracious with this thing that happened. And store manager said, Wade, no problem. You're at the top of our list. Now, that's not the top of their hit list. That's the top of their list of bringing someone back. So I'd rather be that way than on top of somebody's hit list. But anyway, we are doing good. Looking forward to starting there with the store manager, and they're going to start training again and getting trained in things. And I believe I saw on my YouTube channel where they are going to be happening. I say they now, we, because I'm part of the team now. We are going to be having a Friday night coming up. I believe it's the last Friday of this month. We're going to be having My Father's Cigars there at an event. And so if you like My Father's Cigars, they got some good cigars. The Judge, now I'm going to blow these names all to pieces now. I call it the Antilles, but there's a rest of it to it, but I can't remember what it is. It's a fantastic cigar. Great for a beginner too. The Judge is probably going to be a little heavy duty for some. You might want to try that one when you're more a little bit experienced down the road for a heavy hitter cigar with nicotine, that type of thing. But they've got all kinds, and bouncing off the top of my head without looking at them, I can't tell you all the names, but My Father is a prominent, big player out there with the cigar industry. And so also Pepe Le Garcia is part of that as well. He has his own line of cigars as well that's very, very good. So you can't really go wrong with My Father's. Really, the main hitters, you can't really go wrong with a lot of them. I mean, you're going to have some cigars, guys, it's just not going to be to your palate. And you're going to say, man, that sucks. Man, I don't like that. Well, that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not good for you or not good for me. But, once you've been around cigars for a while, basically the cigars are going to be kind of like sort of, I don't care what brand it is, really. You're not going to get that many different nuances and things out of the cigars. Once you get that little circle flavor wheel going, most of your Connecticut's are going to be mild to medium. Mild to mellow to mild. And, you're going to have more of creaminess and just kind of blandness simply because they don't have a lot of punch to it. You ain't going to get, there's some that may give you a little pepper or something like that. And then you got your medium, and then you got your fulls, your heavy hitters. It's got like a lot of pepper, a lot of this, a lot of that in it. Stronger, you can usually tell too by just the odor and the smell of that cigar. It's just pungent, pow, in your face type. Some people love that. Like I said, people that have a background and been smoking cigarettes, stuff like that we just kind of, that when they come over to cross over, they love that kind of stuff because they're used to it with the burleys and stuff in cigarettes and all the junk that they've been smoking. And so, but there's cigar aficionados that find themselves more in a mild to medium or medium to full. They really don't care for the full. Now, I'm one. I don't really care for full. I'll have one or two, but that's not my thing. Mine is more mild to medium in that range. I like that medium, happy medium, as they say. And a lot of good cigar. AJ Fernandez, puts out some great stuff. You got the San Latinos. the New World Connecticut's. You've got uh, um, my stars. Trying to think now. Base Piper's getting a brain fart. Um, Anyway, you got some of those guys. I mean, they're good cigars. The New World Connecticut gives you a little bit of pepper, and stuff, and nothing major. The San Latanos, man, they are good cigars for the price point, man. They are nice cigars. Just like your J.C. Newmans, you got your Diamond Crowns and different ones. Your PDRs are another good round of cigars, and your Brick Houses from J.C. Newman are good. I've had a couple of Brick Houses, but they just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just a bad hair day or what, they just didn't really do a lot for me. I love the Diamond Crowns, and I love the Diamond Crown Connecticut. And in the number 4 and number 5, the only difference is the number 5 is a little 4.5-inch Robusto, and the number 4 is the 5.5-inch Robusto. Same gauge, I think it's 52 ring gauge. But your J.C. Newmans are good. I mean, your Plasencias are good. They got a good line. They can be a little expensive. And so can your J.C. Newmans a little bit. Your Diamond Crowns can be up there a little bit, around $14 or so on up. But I have not tried yet the Padrones. I have not tried a Davidoff. I haven't tried any of the Byrons. I haven't tried, there's just a bunch that I haven't tried. But some of these high-priced ones, I haven't ventured out to. The highest one is at the El Septimos, that I've kind of paid a little bit. And when I say that, I really haven't bumped no higher than about $17, $18. But going back to the cigar lounge, I'm going to be trying some of those because part of the perks is I get a discount on the cigars and all the apparel and humidors and accessories and all the goodies. I mean, that's just part of the perk. But now I can delve into some of the higher price boys and kind of see what that's all about, see how much is real and how much is marketing hype, and I'll let you know. Don't waste your money if that's the case. Because there's a lot. I'm going to tell you guys, and I know some of y'all have tried cigars. If you haven't tried a cigar, venture out and try one or two, guys. And get you a Connecticut, get you a Maduro, get you a Habano, get you, different ones. And I'll tell you, a good range, an overall great cigar is Perdomo. Nick's got them all, man, right there. He's got the nice, colorful displays of his boxes and tags. I forgot the name they call them, the little flip tags that gives you all the information where all the filler and binder and wrappers and all that's from, and what rating it got on Cigar Aficionado and their mild, medium, whatever it is. But you can get the whole thing: Connecticut, Maduro, Habano, whatever else he's got out there. And get you one of every little thing and try them and see which one. Get you some Sumatra wrappers or Ecuadorians, whatever, different brands, and try different things to see what fits your palate. And but a good price point all the way around. You really can't beat Perdomo. Nick's got a good market on that. And of course, all your Arturo Fuentes, they're coming at your ears with those. You can't really go wrong with Fuentes stuff. Carlos, Colino, all those guys, they've got good stuff. They've been out there, 4 and 5 generations. So Padrone's the same thing. But I tell you, my pet peeve, I think I mentioned it a few videos ago, since we're on the cigar thing. It aggravates me that some of and I know people say, well, Base Piper, all these hands have touched these cigars. Why would it matter? But when I go into a lounge, I go into a humidor, and your Padrones, even some of your foundations, like your Omex, things, they're all naked. There's no cellophane on them. They're just laying out there where people are handling them and people are, doing whatever. There's no protection, you know. There's no cellophane wrapper in those to protect them. And I just got a pet peeve with that. That's just a mental thing, I guess. But I like stuff that, yeah, the makers had to handle them. I get that. But, you're hoping, and most of them, they got to clean their hands and wash their hands and they're more sanitized, hopefully. Well, then the guy's just walking in the shop, man, that's just walked out of the bathroom and didn't wash his hands, and he's gone into the humidor and he's touchy-feeling all your cigars that are unwrapped, So now I'm going to be honest with you. What I do, when I go in, if I want a Olmec by Foundation, they're good. I'll take one and I'll reach down in the bottom and get one from the bottom. Because most likely the ones are handled up top. I'll go grab one from the bottom and then take that one, stick it in. I mean, I'm sorry, but I do that. And if it was a Padron, I do the same thing. I go to the bottom where it's, most likely some jock ain't gone in there, and messed with them. I do not know why Padron does not put their stuff in wrappers. Now, I tell you, I went to Wines and More. We have a Wines and More out here. You may have them where you live. And, of course, they do wine and they do all kinds of but they also have a humidor in there with cigars. And I remember going in there about maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago, just because I knew they sold cigars. And so I wanted to see what they had. And sure enough, they had a Padron in there in a cellophane wrapper or, sleeve. And I'm going, okay, why is that one here? So I didn't know if the store got them that way and they slipped cellophane wrappers on them or what. But that's the only place that I'd seen them with Padrones. So, and I know what people will say. Well, base paper, by the time you light it up and you're burning it, it's killing all the germs and all the junk and all that. I get that. It's just a mental thing of knowing, okay, who's dug in their nose or wiped their butt or whatever, didn't wash their hands, and they're touchy-feeling the cigars and, or are they trying to do the, all over your cigar that you go pick up, 5 minutes later. Yeah, there's something to say about cellophane wrappers for your, and cellophane, it's all a breathable, natural product. And, but it puts a layer of protection with people's hands and everything else. Or you're talking around something and spit's coming out of your mouth, when you talk sometimes you'll spit or whatever. And it's like, okay, I'm paying how much for this? And so, so anyway, that's my pet peeve about cigar humidors in stores. And it's not the humidor, it's the companies that they're just not wrapping them. In fact, I called Foundation about it and asked him if they'd ever thought, the guy said, well, yeah, I talked to his name is Nick too. I can't remember his last. I think it starts with an M. I can't pronounce his name, but Nick from Foundation. He said, I need to maybe say something to Nick about that we really hadn't thought about, because a lot of their other stuff, like they do the Charter Oak cigars and stuff like that, they're all wrapped, And but the Olmec, man, I'll tell you, the Olmec is a good cigar. Try one. Now they're more fuller, between medium and full. But you just smoke those slower. Make sure you smoke anything you smoke. Make sure you got a full stomach. Make sure you've got some food on you. Don't sit there and try to go with nothing. And that then you wonder why people wonder why they get sick, why they get cigar sickness and nausea and all that garbage. And a rule of thumb is take you some mints, like these little wintergreens or whatever, or these little, candy mints or whatever. Keep a couple of those. It's got sugar in them. Sugar's the best thing for the nausea. Stop your smoking. And, thank God so far, in the few years I've been smoking cigars and pipe, I've never had any nicotine sickness. Now that I've said that, I'll barf my brains out next week. But I don't know if I just got a natural tolerance to things. It's just never. But then again, I don't. I'm not having 4 and 5 cigars a day, back to back. And so. But yeah, your AJ Fernandez, your Perdomos, your JC Newmans, your Plasencias, and as I told you, there's only 2 manufacturers that I know of that put out fully organic cigars, meaning all of them are organic. But when I say fully organic, I mean no chemicals have been used to spray on them for insecticides, fungicides, any other kind of sides you want on there that they're trying to get rid of. It's all natural that takes care of the bugs. It's natural that takes care of any fungus. They're not spraying chemicals. So they're totally organic, and that is the El Septimos. And the one cigar from Plasencia, which is the Reserva Original or Reserva Original, however you want to pronounce it. The Plasencia has got certification papers and everything. I'm sure El Septimo, they pride themselves in all of that. In fact, you go on smokingpipes.com and look up El Septimo, every description will tell you they pride themselves in that. And you can tell the difference from one that's got left the chemicals off, so to speak, versus just a natural, all from seed to the shelf. No chemicals and man-made crap has touched it. It's all just totally organic in the development of it. Not to say that the others are bad, but like I said, I called Perdomo. I think Perdomo does what they call a clean cigar. There's 3 levels. There's organic, there's clean, and there's something else. But they all have little different ticks to them. You'd have to look them up. But they claim theirs is pretty much the same. They just don't. Now, I didn't get a clear clarification. Do you use chemicals? They said they use everything. Basically, they just don't. It's all organic. They just don't get the certificate for it. Well, that can open up the door for interpretation. Okay. But anyway, you can't beat Perdomo. You can't beat AJ. You can't beat, Drew Estates is another one. If some of you guys want to try good cigars, the Tabacs from Drew Estates is a infused coffee cigar, got a sweet tip. Good for newbies that want to start out. I like them from time to time. You've got some that are flavored that doesn't have, but they're not infused, but they have like a flavored cigar. Or back up. You have some that have a sweet tip, but they're not infused. They're natural cigars. They just come like, I believe it's Fat Bottom Betty. Can't think of the other ones right now, but it's the Deadwood series from Drew Estates. Some of them have a sweet tip. And had to adjust my chair here. But some of these cigars, they're good cigars. They're flavored cigars, and some of them are more woman-friendly with the room notes, and also for women to try. A lot of your Deadwoods have pipe tobacco in them. I'll tell you another one, Steve Saka. Steve Saka for Dunbarton and Trust. He's got a series, the Star series, I believe, that has an aromatic. The number 1 is an aromatic. I forgot the other numbers Steve assigned them to, but one is, I think, got Latakia, and the other one's got something else. But anyway, you can try those cigars / cigar tobacco, cigar / pipe tobacco mix. A lot of people have liked the aromatic one. I think it's the number 1. And so, like I said, guys, there's different things that has some pipe tobacco in them. Some cigars out there. The Deadwood series is good. So yeah, if you haven't tried any, venture out to have you 1 or 2 sticks. Try some different ones. And I see where Mama Bass Piper is trying to call me, so it's been 25 minutes, so I need to get on off of here. But anyway, guys, just want to let you know, got some good news today. And so I'll be going back to the Cigar Lounge. I'll keep you updated from time to time of different things going on there. And I know I haven't forgot about my pipes. I know every time you see me, just about, I don't have a pipe, I have a cigar. But I've been on a little roll for the last 1.5 years, 2 years with the cigars, just trying to learn some of those. I've been with 4 or 5 years of the pipes, just kind of checking different tobaccos, different stuff. So I've been trying the cigars, and I'll get back to the pipes. I'll come around. And I don't think I told you, though, right before I leave, I may have. If I have, forgive me, you're going to hear it again. But I was able to get a hold of some Sunset rum. If you remember, STG has bought out Sutliff and is it McBaron, right? McBaron. Make sure I get my other company right now. Is it McBaron? I think it's McBaron. Anyway, but the Sunset rum was part of Sutliff's, and the one that hasn't been bought out is the one Jeremy Reeves works with. Yeah, Cornell and Deal. But McBaron and Sutliff is being bought out, and they're just about wiping out everything. I mean, a chunk of tobaccos. And one of my favorite aromatics was Sunset rum. And they only had just a little bit of it when I called Sutliff, but they wouldn't sell it to me direct. I had to buy it through Smoking Pipes or somewhere to add it. So I finally went on Smoking Pipes about, I don't know, it's probably been a month ago, give or take. And they had it at Smoking Pipes. So I got me a pound of it. So that'd be the last I'll see of that, unless they just come out with a match or something. But nothing's ever matches the original. So I was able to salvage some of the Sunset rum while I could. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get on off of here. You guys have a great rest of the week. I'm looking forward to starting I think it's 10 o'clock Monday morning. I'll be starting back at the lounge, getting my feet wet, getting in the trenches, learning what I got to learn, and get all wised up and more educated in the cigar industry, and learning all these different brands and different things that I haven't tried. But looking forward to having a little part-time thing there with that, as it helps supplement my church salary. And so we'll stay in touch. But until we do meet again, relax, have your pipe or your stogie, and don't forget the many blessings God gives us each and every day. You guys take care. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.